So when is it going to end? When is this gradual red bleeding scenario that is playing out in the overall crypto market going to end? And I really want to talk about that. And this has been a prevailing theme that I've been seeing now for the last week or so. Obviously, with the Russia Ukraine crisis, we've got that major catalyst out there that, frankly, in my opinion, is just simply plaguing. That's the key word I'm really using, is plaguing the overall markets. And so we're going to dig into that a little bit in this video and talk about when I think the Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything's going to turn back on and when it's going to happen. Okay, so with that said, as always, I appreciate you and thanks for stopping by. Hey, by the way, this is a new scenario that I've just gotten involved with. I Trust Capital, and so this is a referral scenario. So if you use this, I do get a referral. I do get a referral bonus. Just FYI, just full disclosure. But this is really cool. I've had a lot of questions, and I've been looking for something like this. I get a lot of people like, how do I start a crypto retirement account? And so this is what's really cool about I Trust Capital. Is the hands down best crypto retirement. Yes, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 using and have a retirement account. Okay, that's really, really cool. By the way, they have a lot of different cryptos that you can trade. One of them being Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, Axie, again, a ton of them. All right, and it's pretty much the major guys: Polkadot, Decentraland, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, a bunch of others are in there, okay? And so what's really cool about this is that if you do sign up, there's a link in the description below, and fund the account, you get $100 from iTrust Capital deposited in your account to trade with. So you can just fund the account, you get $100 from iTrust as well. So check it out, links in the description below. This is a really cool service, a highly value add scenario where you can leverage an IRA, retirement account, trade crypto in it. Pretty cool. Check it out. All right. With that said, let's get back to what we were talking about. All right. So with that, we've got a situation here where, again, the Russia scenario is just plaguing this deal, right? It is what it is, right? And so this is going to be here for a while, but there's interesting things developing. This war is not going very well for Russia, okay? They thought they would roll in and they would be done in a day or two. But look at this, scrambling to avert Russian default. Putin allows ruble payments to creditors. Okay, the ruble has dropped to an all-time low. I mean, it's just in the basement. And you've got a situation here where we're going to have to see how this all plays out in the next week or so. But this is not going very well for Russia, this war. And the only thing about that is that Russia is not going to admit defeat in this scenario, right? So there may be a situation playing out where there could be some type of a truce, if you will. We'll see. But my point is this, is that I think that the markets are going to continue to languish and be plagued a little bit by the situation. And when about a week ago, earlier last week, we had a decoupling event where the crypto market was just pumping and the stock market was down 400-500+%. I mean, points, excuse me, not percent, points. Okay. And so I think we'll see if that plays out. That's really what I've been looking at, is I've been looking at if the crypto market will decouple itself from the stock market and work basically on its own. And because there's been a lot of crypto has been a lot of front and center in this scenario, in the media coverage and in the war scenario, that crypto is evolving as a very interesting positive component to this. People giving donations to the Ukraine and crypto and things like that. Okay, but regardless, I think that Bitcoin has been a little oversold as of recent. You can see kind of how we've sold down, and now we've established a support line right here. You can see like where my mouse is, right here where this. See this? Bitcoin is supported out. Okay, obviously, Ethereum is doing the same. Bitcoin and Ethereum combined to make up right about 60+% of the overall market cap of the crypto market. You can see it right there is 1.83, and you can see that over 1 trillion of it is Bitcoin and Ethereum alone. Beyond that, I fully expect us to kind of stay within this. And if you look at the 24 hours, see, we're really just flat. So we're trying to even out enough, and if not, go green. I saw a deal yesterday where the market was down, but yet Bitcoin and Ethereum were in the green. And if you look at the last 24 hours, the biggest gainer has been Waves at a 6.1% in 24 hours, and in 7 days up 50+%, almost 50%. But you can see that there's not a lot of really negative, there's not a lot of really positive movement up. I mean, your biggest one in the top 100 is only up 6%. Now, Your biggest one down is only down about 22%, and that's Anchor and Phantom right there at 13%, respectively, in the last 24 hours. Now, in the last 7 days, let's see. Yeah, in the last 7 days, Phantom has been the biggest one down overall, but only at about 18%. So my point to you is there's not a lot of really bad bleeding going on here, which tells me that right now the market is just kind of staying steady and not really doing much. Now, we've also got this fear and greed index scenario playing out here, and you need to be aware of this. This is why I cover it much more in every video now, is that this is something you need to be aware of, is that in the last 2 days, we've been in this extreme fear mode. And so remember what the fear and greed index does is it's basically saying people are taking their money off of the table and or they're holding it close and they're not putting it money in. Okay, so there's fear, extreme fear. Part of this is also bringing this back to the Russia-Ukraine crisis, guys, in that oil is now north of $110 a barrel, going to go to all-time highs. And when oil costs more, gas costs more, fuel, right? Fuel costs more to fuel our cars, gas up our cars and things like that. Apologize, that's a text message. Rising gas and fuel prices is going to permeate everything, okay? It's going to, because the costs are going to be shared across our entire supply chain, okay? So if it costs more to fill up the semi trucks running down the highway delivering goods and services to our entire ecosystem, if you will, then food's going to go up. Everything else in our lives are going to go up. Prices are going to continue to go up, and people are more impacted. It impacts their wallet directly. They will have less money to spend in crypto and everything else. All that's in play, okay? A lot of relatively bad news right now, but the market is holding fairly well. And if we get a decoupling event where the crypto market decouples from the overall stock market, which I've seen now happen twice in the last 2 weeks or more, that's an interesting scenario that I'm keeping my eye on for you. And that's all I got for you right here, right now. But when will it end? We're in this for a little bit unless we get a decoupling event where Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the crypto market pulls away from the stock market and doesn't follow it. Usually they mirror each other in one context. In a lot of context. Then we'll see. But again, Bitcoin and Ethereum been a little bit oversold. Could see a bounce back this week, but we need some type of a catalyst or something to come out. We'll see how that plays out. Lastly, I apologize if we get any indicator from the Fed, which the Fed here in the United States is going to meet on the 15th or 16th, and if that goes any type of a way, either A, they don't raise interest rates, or B, they raise them less than they say they're going to, then that'll be a major spark that'll spark the crypto market. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Check out that iTrust Capital link down below if you were looking for how to fund a retirement account and trade crypto. It's pretty cool. All right, see you. Bye.